Welcome back to the Most Wanted podcast. I'm your host, Nahum Bogala, and nothing is safe from discussion over here. Before we start off, let me shout out those listening in on Anchor, Radio Public, Overcast, Breaker, Pocket Cast, as well as Google Podcasts. Also want to give a big shout out to those listening in through Spotify as well. If you're listening in through Apple Podcasts, make sure to give a 5-star rating and review as well. If you're listening in on YouTube via the Broad Hype channel, make sure to like and comment on the video, as well as subscribe while you're at it. You can also catch me on streaming on Twitch at Bogala Nahum, which is my last name, first name, to watch me either play games or just live react to some sort of thing. You can stay up to date with the podcast on Instagram at Most Wanted Podcast, as well as on Twitter at Most Wanted Pod. All right, so welcome back, guys, to another episode of Project YYC, where I interview those who are up and coming in the city in whichever passion or wherever they like. Today, we got one of my guys, Aken, here. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, bro?
What's up, guys? My name's Aken. I go by the name Aken. I'm a producer, writer, as well as a bunch of other things as well. I like to entertain people. So, yeah.
Now, you are hella diverse in this city. I promise you. Like, I see you, be producing your own podcast. I see you producing music. You're all over the place. I gotta respect it because guy like me, like, the way I view things is like, I hate being tied down to one particular thing.
Yeah.
Where if you keep on working on one thing, you'll just be burnt out over time, so then you'll just lose interest. So that's why I really do respect what you're doing right now, where you kind of trying out everything, seeing different possibilities, expanding your own limitations. I gotta respect that. I wanted to say that first and foremost.
Well, thank you, man. I gotta say the same thing for you, man. I respect the podcast, and even just watching you do the intro there was just so clean cut, and it seems like you've been here before,
My nigga, I promise you, it's all written down ahead of time. You think I know this shit off the top of my head? You're mad. Dude, mad.
No, reading lines is something else, man.
Bro, before I started the podcast, I was like, should I write a whole script before actually making the episode? I was like, there's no way I'm gonna stick to it. I promise you.
I almost never do.
I promise you. I tried it for the first episode. I was like, I'm throwing this shit out. I'm done. I can't do this. But
yeah.
To start off real quick, why don't we go ahead and talk about your podcast first and foremost, the PotToPissin podcast, if I know correctly.
Yeah, so that was a podcast that I started almost a full year ago now. I just released the 1-year anniversary episode, and that was something that I just kind of started out because I was just starting to make music. Right. And I actually wanted to get into the the marketing area of it. I wasn't quite releasing my own music yet, so I wanted to have a platform for other artists to come on,
right? And
for me to almost set an example to be like, hey, like other artists or other creators in the city, why don't you guys start a podcast? Why don't I hop on when I start getting into my artist bag, and then we could kind of work off of each other type of thing.
I see. So your idea of the podcast is actually very similar to the Project YYC thing that I'm trying to do, in a sense, where you're like, you're trying to find other people who are working similar to what you're doing, and then from there talking about, their upbringing, things of those nature. It's based off of what I can understand.
Basically, yeah, like that's essentially what it was. Like, I wanted to get a sense of every single artist in the city and like kind of give them like their step forward, as well as like learn something from them.
Right. I gotta respect that. That's fucking dope, man. Did you have any inspiration like for starting the podcast itself? Was there anything that you were like motivated by in order to start the podcast?
Well, there was, shout out my friend Moses, by the way. It's Moses Kibrum. That's the guy. He's a director in Vancouver, but he showed me this podcast called the Random Order Podcast with like Trey and Jay Richards, these guys from Toronto. And I just seen like how many effects they did and how like fun it was. They had like a little green screen in the back. And I just thought like, if I just had like a little soundboard, a couple boys together every week, and we did a podcast, like that would be something fun to do.
Right.
Now, and it turned into something way more serious, but that's what it started as.
No, I feel that. It's like, it's really fun when you start off. You're like, oh shit, I'm actually in it. And then you realize you have to start editing, and you're like halfway through, you're like, fuck. Bro.
Yeah, no, it's a trip, man. It's a trip.
I swear, man. When you're editing, like halfway through, you actually start contemplating. It's like, do I really want to keep on editing this episode? You're like, I'm tired, man. I'm tired. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I know that you also took quite a break from recording the podcast. I was checking around like your YouTube, just doing a little bit of research on my end, which is really rare to be honest.
Yeah.
But I was checking around and I saw that you took a little break between like the last time you recorded, and then you dropped 2 recent episodes, I believe, on the 22nd and the 25th, if I remember correctly. You want to give the audience like a little bit of an explanation on like, the hiatus, if you're going to be back to making it more on a regular basis?
Yeah. So basically, like, I actually had a clear-cut plan for the podcast for the foreseeable future. And my plan was to actually give it away to my co-host and have me step back into a producer role for the show.
Really?
Yeah, I actually was gonna want to just get editors, like pay an editor. I already have a guy in Edmonton. Shout out Danny V. He's gonna be doing my YouTube videos pretty soon here, but I wanted to get a full-on production going with the podcast. And COVID really slowed that down last year. Like we had an office to go to, but you couldn't really get guests there because it was just like if you coughed, it was like murder.
Yeah, it's GG's. Yeah, no, I get that. Like even now, like I'm in the library at university now. If I start coughing, people start giving you the evil look, and you're like, shit, man. You're like, shit, I'm not infected. No, but actually, I was just about to ask too about how COVID would have affected you on stream or in terms of like your podcasting, because I know you started about 2019, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it should have been. Oh yeah, so about 2 years ago now. So
right,
yeah, 2019.
So you said that the studio, like you had a studio in the works, but unfortunately COVID kind of shut that down. Is there anything else that might have, slowed down in terms of COVID production, in terms of COVID that would have stopped your production?
Yeah, like I mean, right around 2020 when the pandemic first started, we were in the office for only a month before COVID. So we were really like just starting to move our stuff into our office. And that really slowed things down because we had a production company. We had Street Culture Studios, which is now like disassembled. It's not even a thing anymore.
Right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. We had a couple of videos actually too, like that are still archived, but yeah.
Now, when it comes to Street Culture Studios, I believe Godwin was one of the first episodes. Shout out Godwin, by the way.
Shout out Godwin.
I believe that he was one of your first episodes on Street Culture Studios. What were you planning on doing with Street Culture, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, with Street Culture, we were basically going to have like almost like a PotToPissin show, but on steroids. It was produced by Dylan Scarborough. Shout out Dylan as well. And Dylan. Yeah, and like it was just like it was supposed to be like a fun kickback like interview type of show, and it never was supposed to be a podcast. Like the videos were going to be like maybe 10 to 15 minutes.
Right.
And we got a really good episode out there with More Times and Simon as well. Shout out More Times and Simon, Dale as well. And yeah, no, like that was right at the beginning of COVID, right? So like it really just slowed everything down. Like everyone had to pull back, go home, get their own clients to their own like place, and then kind of split off.
Right. Are you planning on bringing it back anytime soon now that things are slowly starting to open back up again?
Well, this is the thing. I love Dylan. I love Godwin. Godwin and I are actually working on music together right now. And
really?
Yeah, and Dylan and I are actually kind of working on a business together. So like we've all kind of moved forward from that, but we are still very much involved in media. Like Dylan, he's involved with Deo now as well. They do disrespect media. So it's basically like almost the exact same thing as Street Cultures, but more steroids, a lot more media savvy guys, better editors, better camera guys, and all that.
Right. Are you involved with Disrespect Media in any way, or is just just a friend of the overall production?
I'm really just like an overseer. I'm a friend. Like I don't really have like any business really getting involved in that. Like right now I'm focused on something totally different. So like I kind of have to take a step back in that sense.
Right. No, I understand. So in terms of the podcast, in terms of long term, what you're thinking about, are you still planning on becoming more of that producer role, or are you still planning, or are you just like, due to COVID, you're still going to be like the host of it and then slowly peel your way back?
Well, like this is the thing. I love having plans, but at the same time with the PotToPissin podcast, I want to have it come back perfectly. I don't want to force a comeback. I want to have it be genuine and have people want it to be back.
No,
and, like I feel like if I get like a nice guest lineup, like it won't quite matter until like I get the right host or get the right like upload schedule to get people really wanting to watch it.
Right. No, I get that. Trust me. Upload schedule is one of the hardest things to get down because niggas are always busy. Like especially your own schedule is always fucked. It
never matches, man. Never does.
All the time. Like I literally have plans, right? Because normally I'd be recording at my house. Right now I'm in a studio in the university. I'm like renting it out right now.
Yeah.
And so normally I'd be recording at home. The issue is that my family lives alongside me. So
man.
So I'm in the basement, right, in my room. All of a sudden, I hear pots upstairs. The TV's on. My dad's talking with my brother. I'm like, come on, man. I can't do shit. Oh, it's actually pain.
That is jokes.
Then
Yeah.
on top of that, there's the school schedule I have to take part of. Final season is around. It's pain, bro. It's pain. It's pain.
It's totally different, man. Especially when you got like an artist that like, like I don't know. I don't know if this is a thing, but like rappers are very much not on their phones. Every time I try to get a rapper on the podcast, it just never worked out.
Who have you tried to get on the pod? If you don't mind me asking, have you tried to get on the podcast?
I tried to work with Dally. I went to Vancouver a couple times. He did move out there, so him and Quincy Bands as well. Yeah, I went out there and like did a couple of shoots with them. We got a couple photos and stuff, but we didn't really have time to get a podcast in.
Oh, no, I understand. No, I swear, scheduling is easily one of the worst things not worst, but like the most frustrating part about doing a podcast, because you have your own schedule and you're trying to mesh it with the other person's schedule. And you're not trying to like force them to go alongside yours. You're trying to compromise, but it's like, it's so hard to find that in between. And you're like, oh my.
It's so one of the most lengthiest parts of just trying to find an episode and get it out.
Oh, hands down. Now, when it comes to the podcast, like for your PotToPissin podcast, have you had any difficulty thinking of like topics of discussion? Because I've listened to a couple episodes, right? And, you know, it feels very authentic, like very chill, laid back. And, you guys are just talking. And is it just like, do you plan out any topics ahead of time? Or is it like it just comes up in conversation?
Well, that's a great question. Actually, I never got that question. And well, I would say for season 2, I had a lot more help. I actually had someone that helped me edit as well as look for guests and figure out their like background and stuff. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, season 1, like I was friends with everyone that I had on as guests, so I basically already knew everything, and I was just really promoting them.
Oh, I see. That sounds really similar to what I did. I ain't even gonna lie. Yeah. That sounds really similar. Like season 1 was like a bunch of friends that I've known, and then now I'm starting to like slowly branch out to people that I don't know as well as like my close friends. Like, and now I'm starting to like slowly start doing a little bit of research, because a whole thing that I have on my podcast, like I really don't do a whole lot of research. Everything's like just what I know off of like base. But I feel like if I want to take, podcasting to the next level, you do have to start, climbing up, doing research more and more, get your facts right. But
definitely.
Overall,
and you got to get those sound bites as well, right? Like you got to ask the controversial question.
Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness. Get those clips in for like TikTok, Twitter. Oh, yeah. Every time. Yeah. But like, say for example, for what I do, I know I keep on bringing up what I do, but just to find relatability, So what I do is like, I plan out a topic in terms of like one episode is not necessarily going to have like different topics in between. It's like one overarching topic. And then from there, it's like different conversations can come out of it.
Yeah.
Like for example, like I have an episode coming out soon. I don't know, Lord knows when, about Star Wars. And in my opinion, like, how Star Wars ultimately like had its own downfall. And so then from there it can have like so many different discussions, like how they treated the main character of Finn, or Rey Skywalker being mishandled or whatever. So many different things can come out of just that one overarching topic, and it's so wild to think about too.
Yeah, no, like you could really just like go off and talk about how the employees were treated on set, or how like everyone like worked together, and like who got like, I guess, like booted off the cast or didn't make the cast, and different things like that,
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, I had a good question. Fuck. You ever like have a question that you think is really good, and then you get lost in conversation and then just slips out of your mind?
Dude, it happens a lot. And the only way that I've ever like figured out how to like get back the question is just to keep paying attention to the person talking. And like, honestly, it seems like that's the opposite way to do it, but actually, like I figured out sometimes I'll just be like, oh, that's what I was trying to say.
I think I remember what I was about to talk about. I think I was trying to say, but yeah, I mean, like your podcast is doing really well from what I can see.
Thank you.
It's like I can only tell that things are only going to go up from there, and judging how you're very driven of a person, very hardworking, I can only tell that things are going to get better. Trust.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
Of course.
Takes a lot, definitely, to put out content. So
it definitely does, especially when you first start out. You're just on your ones. Man, it's tough.
It really is.
So judging how, during COVID, there's a lot of podcasts that have been coming out because a lot of people are at home, right? So they're like,
Yeah.
hey, fuck it, let's start a podcast. Shit, that's how I started. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm at home, might as well. Have you thought about, what makes you stand out from the rest of the competition, and like, what really drives, your uniqueness to, compared to the rest of podcasts, either in the city, the country, worldwide?
I would say my connection to rap and hip hop. One of the reasons I named the PotToPissin podcast the PotToPissin podcast is because of a Lil Wayne song that I used to rap as a little kid, one of my favorite Lil Wayne songs.
Right.
And even the intro itself, it has like a bunch of different artists, A$AP Rocky, Tory Lanez, other artists as well, just kind of saying PotToPissin like in a row, all like chopped together, PotToPissin, PotToPissin, PotToPissin.
Oh, that's dope as shit. That is so cool.
Yeah, and like I even had one of my like favorite producers that still to this day like is one of my good friends make the intro, and I always had a sense of like I wanted this to be almost like a Much Music or like not like a MTV, but almost like a Canadian media outlet for music and hip hop and something like that. Especially since that's what I was going for myself,
Right. No, I understand. That is dope as shit as an idea. Where you're just having like different, not only media outlets, but like, up and coming rappers, singers, all in their own different perspectives in terms of the music lane, and just having them come on, talk about themselves, their upbringings. Honestly, that sounds like a fucking dope idea.
Yeah, man. And like I didn't quite see myself as a full artist yet. So I really wanted to, like really nitpick artists' brains and like see how they act in interviews and just see how they carry themselves and how they like promote music, how they drop it, and like asking questions was the easiest way for me to find out. And I really did that way.
So from what I can gather, you're saying like, the PotToPissin podcast is not necessarily something that you want to do full time, more so like I'm talking like long-term goal. Like more so as a producer, but overall as a stepping stone into more so of your music career, if I understand it well.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
That's a smart ass idea. Holy.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Of course. Now going into YouTube, because I know you're also on YouTube as well. Is it under your I'm putting all of your links in like my YouTube description.
Bless you, man.
Of course. I gotta advertise you, bro. I can't remember under what name was your YouTube channel. Was it also PotToPissin?
It was also PotToPissin for the PotToPissin podcast. You could check that out. And my main channel, like where I do reaction videos, mostly comedy, about to put vlogs on there as well as like just like improv skits. It is under Ken CGY, so just like Ken CGY.
Gotcha. Is it Ken _CGY or just one word?
Just one word, yeah.
One word? All right, got you. When did you start making YouTube videos? Just give a little bit of background for the audience.
Well, this is the thing. I have been making videos since maybe 2011, but a lot of my videos as a kid are just like kind of deleted now. They're just like Planet of the Apes reaction video, or like kid playing with like skateboard and hockey stick video, and
right
little things like that. I always loved like being in front of the camera and also being behind the camera as well. Yeah, no, like YouTube 100%. Like growing up, I always wanted to have a YouTube channel at this age, and it just comes down to this point of me like getting footage. And I can't even lie, this year I kind of lacked grabbing footage. I was kind of on my phone the whole year and just inside, but
bro, nigga, I don't blame you. I was just the same way. I'm just chilling. 2021 has already been bad enough, man. I just want to relax.
Oh man, like you're kidding me. If someone's saying they had a great year, man, they're lying.
No, you can tell by the bags in their eyes. They're like, nah, stop lying to yourself.
You can see it.
Like, it don't matter how dark you are, my nigga. We can tell. We can tell.
Oh, shit.
But I was actually about to ask, too, what inspired you to start doing all of your media? We will get to your music in a second. But okay. I just wanted to ask, what inspired you to start doing, like, all of your media in general? Like, music, your podcast, YouTube, what photography even every now and then. What inspired you to start all of it?
Just the people I was surrounded with. Dylan's a really great eye for composition and just photos and videos as well. This guy's a really great guy behind the camera. And just seeing the artistry of like my boy Thomas Ice Morris, that guy just he's always on the go and he never stops. And that's something that's super inspiring. And like, I keep guys like that around me, and like, that's always cultivated my personality and just made who I am. And I'm a very deep person into like, surrounding myself around people that are just like me, or even just trying to pursue the same type of industry or field as me.
Right. No, I gotta respect it, because the best way to inspire like the most amount of motivation for yourself is finding like-minded people alongside you, and then not only like cause a little bit of competition in your mind where it's like, it's not even like in terms of like rivalries, like I fucking hate this nigga, but more so like,
in terms of like, I could get kicked out because that guy might be better than me type thing. So let's get on the next level with them.
Yeah, exactly. But not even that. It's just like more so it's like, yeah, if he can do it, so can I kind of thing. Where it's just like a friendly competition kind of thing.
Yeah, it definitely gets into a competitive, like it's almost like our basketball, you know? Like you got teammates, you're trying to fight for a starting spot, you know?
Yeah, no, oh man, basketball is going wild this season. Are you a fan?
Oh, dude, I am such a fan. My Celtics are gonna win this year. That's all I know.
Time out, my nigga. Did you just say the Celtics?
Okay. Let me just. I was saying some games. I didn't say a championship. I said some games.
I heard champions. I'm like, all right, let's stop the breaks right here, real quick. Oh.
Oh man.
Y'all got Ennis black power freedom. Yo,
liberation.
Man. Liberation. Bro, I ain't even gonna lie. Like when Enes Kanter first started coming out about like all of his stuff against LeBron, right?
Dude, yeah.
I understood where he was coming from. But now it's like, I mean, on one hand, it's like LeBron made sense where he's like, I'm not going to make any comments because I'm not really too well versed on what's going on in this situation. And neither am I. So that's why I've never really said anything.
Mm-hmm.
But, and Enes Kanter was like, yeah, you should be learning more about, other topics about, what's going on in the world. And granted, LeBron is not entitled to speak about every single issue in the world. I'm not saying that.
Most definitely.
But at the same time, it's like I understood where Enes Kanter was coming from. But now I got to keep it a whole stack. He is milking the shit out of it.
Oh, like, yeah, no.
Like
you can tell that his Twitter thing's going up, and like his jersey sales are going up and shit because his name's just, on SportsCenter all the time right now. So.
Oh, yeah. And then not only that, he's on Fox News now. And now he sings like, yeah, Michael Jordan never did anything for black people. I was like,
okay, now he's just milking it.
Let's stop the count.
Wow, that's hilarious.
Man said he never did anything for black people. He literally had shoes by Nike, and like, how, custom shoes, right? He had on his shoes shit like, yeah, when are you gonna call out China, LeBron? And it like literally stuff about the Chinese protests he had on his shoes, made by Nike, the very same company that he's against because they have sweatshops in China. Like, yeah, you see how hypocritical this is, right?
It really is. And like, if you keep reading into it, you're just realizing how how dumb it is, the whole thing. Like, it's really not.
Exactly. And it's like, no disrespect to Enes Kanter. Well, a little bit, because he is kind of fraudulent right now. But but even like,
just a little stop, just a little.
Just a little bit. Like, he even changes his name to fucking Freedom. And I'm like, all right, I understand, and like, I applaud you for your bravery for speaking out against Turkey and like other real world issues. I'm not saying anything against that, because I'm saying this as a disclaimer, because I know some people are gonna take what I say out of context.
Yeah, so, no, it's gonna get clipped for sure.
Oh yeah, that's one of my biggest fears about the podcast, where it's like, all right, I have to make sure I put disclaimers in everything that I say.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly is like, or so I'm told. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm just a messenger. Don't shoot me.
Yeah, literally.
But like, I don't know. Enes Kanter, it seems like he's just pandering at this point. Like, I'm in a group chat with a bunch of my niggas, and one of my guys, he's like, yo, I swear this man is literally tap dancing for white people. I was in tears. I was in tears. I was like, ain't no fucking way.
Oh my gosh, no way.
But honestly, it's not like he's tap dancing, but like, he's doing too much. He's doing too much.
Yeah, definitely a little too much.
I remember the game that he had against Philly. Man, I think he actually did like this right before he started to do free throws. I'm like, come on.
Now he's trying to be a poster boy. Like, come on now.
Okay, I should explain for the audio onlys, right? Like, what I did was like, like the Black Panther, like, fist up in the air. And I'm like, what? Hurts my head, man. I swear to Jesus. I swear. I swear.
That's just a different level of like, I don't even know. That's absurd, honestly, to hear.
It actually is. It's madness. But going back to, overall topic of the podcast, you see, that happens so much where it's like we're having one conversation and all of a sudden it's just like deviates to something completely different. Yeah. And that's probably my favorite part about doing this shit, because then it kind of leads more into like how the other person thinks. Yeah. Have you ever experienced that sort of thing, like on your podcast when you're talking?
Yeah, most definitely. And I actually targeted other conversations that had nothing to do with the person's like reason to come onto the podcast, because it just gave me another reason to put hashtag basketball, hashtag NBA. And like, right. Basically, like, it's like now my podcast is in the top 200 basketball podcasts. I don't even talk about podcasts.
Hey,
talk about basketball, though. Like,
hey, man.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
And, you gotta cheat in this bitch to stay ahead. Like, what did he say? What did
he say?
What did Project Pat say, man?
Oh, fuck, I can't remember. Fuck. But
to stay ahead, yeah, something like that.
Going back to what we were talking about, you also do music as well. You're your own rapper, writer as well.
Could make you stand tall. Young niggas playing ball. We ballin' to the fall. Now we got all the malls. Now we got all the cars. Now we in Monte Carlo. And I'm grabbing me a big fucking couch just for pushing them out. Big up before you left the game, taught me this very lesson. After I seen the face on Jay, I said we better make it. Keep it up for these phony fakers, they can barely take it. And for our mamas who the real soldiers move in the matrix. And in my city, yeah, you know that we down.
I gotta ask, where do you get your inspiration for your music? Like, are you inspired by any rapper in particular? Do you have any sort of influences? Like, what influenced you to start rapping?
Well, the craziest thing, my first influences as a kid weren't really they weren't really rappers. Like Drake, he was a pop guy. He was more like R&B guy first.
Right.
And the rappers I used to listen to were more of like Dr. Dre and Tech Nine. I'm really forgetting names right now, but basically coming up, I didn't really get into rap fully until probably around high school. I started listening to like 21 Savage, all the guys that came out in 2016 on that XXL.
Right.
And that's when I really started being like, you know what, like every time we get in the car with the boys, I'm freestyling. And like I became the guy that was just freestyling in the car. And then from that point on, it just kind of turned into something else.
See, I've always wanted to ask someone who actually knows how to freestyle. How do you do it? Like, how do you think of the ideas to just start coming up with like all different, rhymes and reasons and shit like that? Because I've tried it and I just blank after like the first like 2 lines. I'm like, I don't know how you do it. I gotta ask.
It's mostly just like filling in bars, like getting punchlines that don't rhyme.
Mm-hmm. It's like give an example. I'm sorry to put you on the spot.
I was about to do that. Yeah. So I got a comb on my hair. Nah, man, that bitch really got to stare. Nah, niggas really want to light up a J, but nah, nigga, you don't really want to fucking play.
Okay.
Like almost like you could turn into a nursery rhyme and like extend it out, but like that's how I learned to freestyle, because like just getting a rhyme every single bar is like mental gymnastics,
That's exactly why I was like, how do you do it? That was where I was stuck at. So the key is kind of more so just fill in the blank kind of thing.
Yeah, like mostly like when your mind just starts getting blank, think of a way to navigate to your next rhyme. Like forget the last rhyme. Now you're just trying to find your way to the word that you're going to use for another rhyme.
Okay. Now, when it comes to you freestyling, have you ever like made a whole story out of, just freestyling alone? Or is it just like random things that you just like mashed and put together kind of thing on the spot?
Well, like I would say more of my story oriented stuff I like to write more,
right? Just
so I can really get like a full grasp of what I'm trying to get out to people. But freestyling wise, I do that a lot. I'll do like my first 3 takes of every single song that I do. I'll freestyle the thing from the beginning to end, and I'll just kind of cut up what I like, and usually I'll only use maybe 10% of that. And then go off and write the rest. See, I was literally, my next question was just about to say, when it comes to
when you're producing songs? Like, how does it work? Like, you know, your day to day, how do you get into the studio? When you're writing a song, when you're thinking of anything to write about? I was literally just about to ask that.
Well, yeah, like, I don't know. I really don't force it. You know, I just kind of, if I'm feeling like I got a beat in my head, or like I got a melody, or I have some lyrics down, I'll go to my laptop. But if it's not coming out, I'll just kind of go off and do something else. And I don't really like to force it.
Honestly, I feel like that's really key, because you can tell when someone forces like anything when it comes to, like, you know, art as their preferred passion, like podcasting, music. Like, you can tell when something is forced versus something that's natural, and the thing that's natural always seems to like just go more smoothly. So honestly, I feel that exact same thing.
Yeah, no, it's really important to me too, because like I really take just music in general seriously. Maybe not my own music. I kind of release just whatever I like. But yeah, no, like I really take into account that every listener is really affected by what I say and what they hear in their ears. So I'm just like, I got to make sure that I'm doing the best that I can do.
No, I respect that. When it comes to your music, your style of rapping or your style of music, how would you relate it to in terms of any well-known artists right now? Just so then the artist can kind of get a sense of like your style.
Well, I would say my catalog's my discography is very all over the place right now. I would say there's some Frank Ocean vibes, and they're definitely for the vocals. There's some like Jay-Z type of like vibes for like beats, as well as Kanye for beats as well.
Right.
A lot of Jay-Z type of writing, a lot of double entendres that I like to do. I just love making people think when I write, so I do that a lot. And yeah, no, I had a couple songs like that are like Drake songs. You know, I do be crying a lot because girls break my heart and shit. So
women are not good people. Let's just say that right now. Women are not good people.
They're the best thing ever when you need to write a song, but
oh my lord, talk to him. There's so many things that you could just sit down and then like, all right, who broke my heart recently?
I could write a book on God, yeah.
Chapter 1. Oh man. I swear, man. Bro, I know you're also on Twitter as well. And you're kind of more so of a controversial tweeter, to put it lightly. You know, is there any reason, or is it just a fuck around kind of thing?
It's really like people think I'm a troll. But half of the time I'm really just like either just saying something I heard that day, or just like, you know, like my first thought that comes to my head. And usually that gets me in trouble.
Right. Yeah.
But, you know, like I kind of lived with it at this point. You know, I've been approached by like the police for my tweets. So it's.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
All right. I got to hear the story about this. There's no way we can just speed over this story.
Okay. So this goes back maybe 7 months. So I'm chilling. I'm really in my content mode. I'm creating my content a lot, and I'm tweeting heavy.
Right.
And this is right around the time I think Joe Biden was going into office.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically the RCMP was looking through Twitter, and they were trying to find people that were threatening Trump on Twitter. And I had made a statement, and I would like to say right now for the RCMP, I did not mean anything that I said on that tweet. Please don't come to my front door again. And yeah, no, I basically just said someone has to hit Donald Trump with that Draco.
That's not even that bad. Like, if we gonna keep it a stack, that's not even that bad.
So yeah, I got approached by the RCMP for that tweet. They came to my front door. My mom actually answered the front door, and she just kind of was like, Ken, what's going on? I was like, oh, okay. Who's here? Walk up to the front door. They come out with a duotang, probably like this thick, right? Like it's unreasonably thick for no reason. And it just has screenshots of like my Facebook page, my profile picture, my Twitter, all my socials, right?
Right.
And then just highlighted, they show me the tweet, and they're like, this right here is gonna get your account taken down. And I was like, I don't have to do that. This is free speech. I didn't even threaten him.
Right.
And like my mom's just kind of there being like, I can't, like, stop. Like
just shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Like, stop defending yourself. Just leave it. Let them tell you you're wrong and then leave. And they did. They basically told me like, You don't have to take your account down, but we will be monitoring you. Like if you keep this activity up, like we're gonna have to take your account down. Just
is that why you made like a whole anti-RCMP shit on your Twitter page?
Dude, yeah. I literally like it was the worst time ever because I felt so muzzled. I was like, no, I'm not tweeting no more. Like I can't.
That's wow. These ops really came up to your crib and was like, yo, we need you to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like I've tweeted some worse stuff before, you know, like
right. This wasn't even anything wild. It was just like, yeah, someone need to check in on that man.
yeah.
That's wild. Basically. Hey man, just gotta charge that one to the game.
Yeah, you know,
you'll win some, you lose some. Oh man. But going back to your music, you said that you're really diverse when it comes to, you know, either the beats or, you know, the production value or even like the lyrics themselves. When it comes to the lyrics, are you like leaning more so on like, you know, heavy hardcore kind of like drill type shit, or more so like soulful, or maybe like just in the middle kind of thing? Like where are you when it comes to your lyrics?
I would say I'm more out of like a storytelling point right now. Mm-hmm. I can make good drill music, but at this point right now, I don't know enough about it. You know, I only know some of the biggest artists like Pop Smoke and, you know, Chief Keef and all that. But I really want to just, for the beginning, I've been storytelling and I kind of kept towards that. And my writing has definitely been that for the long part.
Right. No, I respect that now, because some of my favorite songs of all time are usually like storytelling based. Like for example, Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, or Neighbors, or fucking Saba's whole fucking album of Care For Me.
I love that album, yeah.
Saba is one of my favorite artists. I fucking love that dude.
Yo, man, he's crazy.
Did you go to his concert back in, I think it was 2018?
You know, I missed too many concerts, man. And that's one that I just found out that he was in Calgary.
Yeah, he was in Calgary like 3 years ago with JID.
You see what I mean? Like, yeah, I knew that JID came that day, but I missed that concert, so I wouldn't have known.
Bro, I promise you, I've never been more heated in my life. Let me explain. So I had bought like VIP after show tickets, right? Where I would be able to meet Saba and JID before the show, get pictures with them. I'd get merch mailed to my house, and then I'd be able to go to the after party, right? Really dope shit. Problem is, I'm leaving from work, which is like my family restaurant at the time. And I'm leaving from there, which is already super busy. So by the time I'm leaving, I'm already late. So by the time I get to the theater downtown, I already missed the pre-show. I was so fucking heated. And then, to be honest, when I bought the ticket, I didn't even know that there was an after party. I didn't even know. One of my Twitter mutuals, like we were talking about it, the concert, and she was like, yeah, there was an after party too that we went to. It was really dope. I was like, I beg your fucking pardon? There was an after party? She was like, yeah, there is. I'm like,
you gotta dispute that ticket, man. That's
dog, I promise you, I've never been more down terrible in my life until that point. Wow, I was really contemplating some dark thoughts then. Oh my goodness.
You just paid overpriced for general admission.
That's all I did. Well, that and the merch. And the merch is shit. Like,
okay, yeah,
cool
the merch.
Like I got like a poster, a hoodie, and a bandana. And the bandana's sick as fuck. I don't usually wear it because like, when am I gonna need a bandana?
Yeah. Really though, yeah.
But overall, it was a fun ass party. I think they were moshing to like one of JID's like slowest songs. I'm like, nigga, what are we doing here? Even JID had to stop everything. Like, nigga, what are y'all doing? Y'all moshing to this song? Are you dead ass right now? I'm like, bro,
let me change the song for y'all. Like,
that's what I'm saying. That's literally what he said. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Holy. But
Calgary's on a different timing, man. That's crazy.
I swear, Calgary is literally the most nut shit place that you could probably live in terms of Alberta. We don't care. At least it's better than Edmonton, though.
Yeah, no, like Edmonton, like really, there's not a question about it. All they have is an arena where people go to,
and the mall. But like after that, it's like even the mall itself. It's like after your second time going, what's the use?
You're really like, yeah.
You're like,
all the same stores are in Calgary, just not the same mall.
It's like, what's the point? It's just big. Yeah. It's just big.
Yeah. That's all it is.
Wasting my time. I was also gonna ask about your music. What do you have in plans like for the future? Like, potential album release, EPs. What do you have going on in the future for your music?
Well, recently I've been doing something new. I've been directing music videos. So
Really?
yeah, I actually got put on as an assistant director for a music video. The artist's name is, I think his name is DK, something like, it's some Toronto ass name, like DKSK, AK, something like that.
Right.
But yeah, like I'll make sure to shoot you the link, and like that's a video that I was just working on recently. But for myself, music wise, I've just been kind of making beats, trying to figure out the vibe for my first EP.
Right, got you. Now, is there any? I know that you're on SoundCloud, but are you also like on Spotify, Apple Music in terms of your music, just so that I can link it and then everyone else can listen to it as well?
No, but actually, you can find pretty much all of my music on SoundCloud, and yeah.
I bet I'll link the SoundCloud, and I'll put everything in the description for you. Trust me, I got you covered.
Bless, man. I appreciate that a lot.
Of course. So we're just finishing up right now. I don't think I have any other. Oh wait, I do. When it comes to your music, are you the one that produces your own beats? Like, are you the one that is in charge of all of that, or is there another person handling that for you? What does that look like?
Yeah. Well, most of the times I either make my own beat or I hand pick it myself. I'll usually be with people like listening to beats when I'm writing, but for the most part, I almost go 100% by myself to figure out what beat I want to use or what sounds I want to use, or basically like if I want to use my piano or if I don't want to, just kind of go on BeatStar or YouTube and find a beat.
Right. And then from there, you kind of just like break it down a little bit. If you feel like in the mood to actually like edit your own, then you kind of break it down. Oh, got you. How fun is it? Because I've always thought about making beats every now and then, but like I've never gotten into it. What does it look like?
It's a lot of trial and error for sure. I've been beat making for almost 6 years now. And it's really fun. Like I've never lost like the fun of just making a beat better and like adding something onto it and actually being like, okay, this is turning into something. It's a full song now. Right. But just the process of like being in the zone and like just making music and it's not working for you, it does get frustrating for sure. And I try to like just get up and do something else when that's happening.
And then when it comes to COVID, has COVID affected you making music, producing music by any means? If you'd like to elaborate more onto that.
I would say I became much more open with my music. Before I didn't really like sharing my beats at all. But I've just been doing more lives on Instagram.
I've been tuning into some of those,
yeah, just live beat making and stuff like that. I haven't really been going into like, because I really do want to get into streaming. I want to do like 4 or 5 hours, maybe 6 hour streams where I break down how I do it and teach people different things, tricks that I know that maybe other people don't know. But that's maybe something for the future for sure. But yeah, no, like it's still been a fun thing. It's been a trip. It's been almost 6 years now, and like I still love it to this day.
6 years, god damn.
Yeah,
wow, time really flies. Huh? That's really crazy.
It really does, man, and it feels like I just started yesterday.
Right? Like even now, like I was thinking, like I was just editing some shit for the podcast, right? And all of a sudden I'm on Anchor and it says like, yeah, check your Spotify Wrapped for your podcast. It's been 1 full year now. I'm like, it's been like my first official year of doing the podcast because I started back in October, and I'm like, holy fucking shit, that's wild.
It truly is, man. Like, yeah, time flies by. Like when you're doing something that you truly like are into and have fun doing.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, it's so much fun. Honestly, this is probably one of the best decisions I've ever made because now I can make more connections like with people like you, other people that I've interviewed with, making more connections. So I'm not even no regrets from my end.
Yeah, it can't be bothered.
Exactly. Now, I think those are all the questions that I have lined up for today. Granted, I didn't line up any questions. This is all like off the dome. But
hey, all right, that was pretty sick.
But do you have anything else that you'd like to say before I, start ending up the podcast?
I would like to say, guys, watch out. Your boy's gonna be on a Netflix special. I'm about to be a PA on a Netflix thing. So
hold the fuck up. What?
Yeah, I got a little connect. The most recent music video that I was just on, shout out Karmika and Wyatt as well. Those two are two great people. They helped me go to the next level, basically. But they put me on for Karmika has a documentary that she's doing on herself and her foundation, the Walker Foundation. And I'm going to be on set as the PA. So, yeah.
Wow. What does the Walker Foundation do?
It's a foundation for mental health, and it stems from Karmika's father. He had schizophrenia, and she's doing basically research and a lot of fundraisers and things like that of that nature, all around a nonprofit organization called the Walker Foundation.
That's so cool, man. I'm proud of you, proud of everything that you're working on. Praying for nothing but your success in the future, man.
Hey, man. Likewise.
Appreciate
I want to see this podcast go everywhere, man. I want to see clips.
Trust me. Clips will be coming out soon. Trust. But
Sick.
I think that's pretty much it. So thank y'all for making it to the end of the episode. If you want to show love to the podcast, follow me on both Instagram at Most Wanted Podcast and Twitter at Most Wanted Pod to stay up to date on guest features, upload days, and more. Once again, want to shout out those listening in on Google Podcasts, Breaker, Overcast, Radio Public, Pocket Cast, and Anchor. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, make sure you give a 5-star rating and review as well. You can also listen to the podcast on Spotify as well as on YouTube via the Broer Hive channel, where not only you can find my podcast, but plenty of other top-notch material. Until next time, we out. Easy, y'all.